Hello, COMM 104 students. I want to go over this week's assignments with you, hopefully give you some tips on being able to complete them correctly. So let's start at the very beginning. You need to start your week out with the lecture. Of course, this link here is the more of the game format. And this week it's basketball, which is actually pretty cool. So you can go through that and click on it, and you can click on the basketballs and it'll show you different topics. And remember, our topic is all about goal setting and study skills. The main focus is definitely on goal setting. Okay. You can also get the complete lecture as this Word document. So I know some students print this out and take notes while they're listening to this part and watching this part and interacting that. But either way, all of the information that you're going to need to complete this week's assignments are right here. All right, so week 4 discussion. Remember, your goal is to get 100 points each week on the discussion. So to do that, you want to post by Wednesday. You want to make sure that you understand the prompt. And this week, we're talking about SMART goals. So you want to you want to watch this video. Very short, it's only 6 minutes. And then make sure your post to the discussion board has these 3 things. You know, what is SMART acronym mean, and what is the words goal and success mean to you? Okay, and how is the SMART model going to be able to help you? Because obviously we want you to keep working towards your goal, and sometimes, you know, like having a plan of action can be very helpful. We all know that you want to graduate, but what is it going to take to graduate, and how can you be more specific about that? So the other part about the discussion is making sure it is between 100 and 200 words, which is a good healthy paragraph. Figure at least 4 to 6 sentences. Okay, then the other thing is you want to be active 3 different days during the assigned week. Okay, that's really important. If you think about, since we're all virtual, we're not able to meet all together at the same time. So this discussion part is that active part that we would have if we were all together at the same time. So earning a credit in a class like this, you have to put in the amount of time and the amount of work to be able to get that credit. So that's why they have the 3 days. I know some people have said, I want to do it in 1 day. But then if you do it in 1 day, but then don't come back and communicate with your peers, then it just becomes very one-sided and it's not very interactive. So, but you guys are super smart and super helpful, and you're going to do that. So posting 3 different days, then to 3 different classmates. And these are the points that you want to make sure that you're getting for your grade. You don't want to miss points on a discussion board. You guys are too smart for that. All right, next thing. There's only 1 more assignment this week. So this is the week. We are over halfway done. I want you guys to make sure all of your assignments from weeks 1 through 3 are complete. And then I want you to get these done. So by Saturday, you guys are ready to enjoy a nice fall weekend because you have done everything that you needed to do for this course. All right, that's my goal for you guys. So I wanted to open this up. A couple folks have had some issues with documents, so I want to go through the process that might help you. First thing you're going to look at is this is the assignment, and this is also the rubric. It tells you how I'm going to grade the assignment. So when this pops up on your computer or on your device, this Word document will tell you the main parts of the assignment, and it also has the rubric. So I put it down to one screen here. So you're going to be developing a SMART goal, and these are SMART goals. They're not for me, so don't try and pick something that you think that either would impress me or that I want to see. These are for you. They're your goals. You're here in school because you have some certain goals you want to reach. So this is the time to get it on paper. So remember, a SMART goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So you're going to, where is that? In the next document that I pull up, it really goes through it. There it is, 3 short-term goals that will help you achieve a long-term goal. Okay. So I want you to look at this rubric really close, because this is the rubric that's in Blackboard, and this is what I will use to grade your assignment. Okay, so you want to be in this column. You want to be in exceeds expectations. Okay, you want to be getting as many points as you want. Okay, so your long-term goal is professional or academic Okay, so you don't want to put anything on here like you want to exercise more or lose 10 pounds or anything like that. Those are great goals, but not for this assignment. And there has to be enough challenge. So you're going to be getting detailed into this. It can't just be to graduate. Okay, it's going to be a lot more detailed. Okay, so then the next part that we're going to look at are the three short-term goals. Okay, so if we only list one, then you're going to be losing a lot of points. So make sure you're listing three. And all three of those need to have that SMART model, which remember is SMART, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Okay? And then after that, you're going to have a reflection where you write 100 words or more of how you're going to implement this. So it's you're holding yourself accountable. Okay? And then always, always, always please make sure you're using professional communication. The personal pronoun I is capitalized. The beginning of words are capitalized. Good punctuation. You've used spell check. If you're using Word, you want to make sure that you're using all of those things. And I can show you real quick here. You can use review. It has the spelling and grammar. If you don't already have that turned on, I have mine turned on all the time, so then you get that red squiggly line. Or don't ignore that red squiggly line. Look and see, why it's doing it. Sometimes it's wrong, but you want to make sure that everything is professional. Everything that your name is attached to that you're turning in for grade, you want to make sure it's the utmost perfect paper that it can be. All right, so let's look at. So you're going to sit down, you've done all of this, you've done the discussion, and you're ready to sit down and write your goals. So you're going to open up this planning template. This is the document that you are going to turn in to Blackboard. So you're going to open that up. Word takes its time opening up. Okay. So the first thing, if I were to do this assignment, I would do save as. And I would just save it. This just goes to however you want to save it. If you have a thumb drive, if you have a hard drive, whatever it is. But I would put my last name on that so I know that this is my document. Okay? I'm not going to save this because this is just for demonstration purposes. So, okay, so then you have that saved to your computer or to your device or whatever you're using. So then it'll be easier to find. You have it in your last name. It'll be easier to find. And that way, when you go to turn it in, it won't say just COMM 104 week 4 SMART goal planning template. It'll have that and your last name. Okay, so identify a long-term SMART goal that you want to achieve that will help you in your career. So this should be a whole sentence that includes all of these things. Okay, and I'm going to show you an example. And then part 2 is create a brainstorming list of 8 or more short-term goals that will help you lead to achieving your long-term goal. So these are things that are going to help you get to that short-term goal. Long-term goal. So you're going to come up with a very specific way of your long-term goal. And most likely it would be graduating. Then what does that look like for you? What's the degree? What's the certificate? What are you going to do? When are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? So these things will be in that. So you may need to say, okay, one of my short-term goals is getting my credit for COMM 104. You can write that down. Okay? So then the next part is develop 3 short-term SMART goals that help lead you to achieving those, your long-term goal. Okay, so weekly could be, making sure I'm getting my assignments done on time. Okay, and then what would be your monthly goal? Okay, then after that is you have this reflection of how all of this is going to work. I mean, how does this make you feel? How are you going to get to that point? Okay, so nice, neat, professional, spell checked, proofread paragraph. All right, I want to show you one last thing. Here's an example in here. And then we wait for Word. It takes us time opening up. Okay, in this example, I'm going to leave it like this so you can kind of see it big screen. So here is this person's part number 1. It's the SMART goal. It's the long-term SMART goal. In the next 2 to 3 years, I would like to advance my life career with Learning Co., which is a made-up company, by earning the promotion to department manager. Okay, so that's great. That's a professional goal, and you can certainly write about that. So you want to keep it to either academic or professional. And so then this next part is, how are you going to do that? What are you going to need to do? Okay, arrive on time, communicate regularly, complete trainings, get my degree. Okay, and then this person has their weekly goals. Okay, so those are things that, one reason you want to look at why we're breaking down these goals into these other little steps, because if we only focus on the big part, which is 2 to 3 years down the road, all of these little steps help us get there. We start feeling a little bit better about ourselves when we're recognizing, hey, you know what, for this whole past week, I was there at 10 minutes early, and I know why I'm doing that, even though I didn't want to. I had to get up early and get things ready the night before, but I know it's going to all come back to, me becoming this department manager. Okay, and then the third thing in this part 3 is then a monthly goal. So gives you a good idea here. And then this is the reflection. So read through that and look at the things that they talked about of how they're going to reach this goal. So here's like the big one, the long-term goal. And here are the different steps that you need to take to get to that long-term goal. And then even more specific are the short-term goals, where you have the weekly and then the monthly and then finally the reflection. So that's it this week. Just remember, I cannot grade any assignment that is not uploaded as a Word document. That's just the way Blackboard is. It has to be a document because what happens is it gets loaded into Blackboard. It goes through Safe Assign, and then I'm able to pull up your document. I see it on a screen. I can write words on your document. I can circle things. I can grade it, and it's attached right to your grade book. You can't send it to me. I cannot put it in Blackboard for you. Everybody has to put it in themselves. So that's my speech about that. And everybody also has access to Microsoft 365, and I have information about that in this week's announcement. So have an awesome week. See you in class.